Today, I'm going to give you a run through of the WizPoints app and cover many of the important points about using the app. I'll also show you what's new for 2021 version and some additions to come in the really near future. If you want to know how to do something specific in this app, then put your queries in the comments below and I'll cover any questions you may have. And if you're not using the WizPoints app to cover your point-to-point and your points revision and your bike lists, then you're quite simply making things harder for yourself. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. First, some basics. If you're new to the app and you've just subscribed, you will need to register your device. You can do this by long pressing in the grey space to the right of the word viewer. A box will appear to enter your email address, and if your subscription is current, then your update button will appear. If it's not been updated yet, then you will see this message saying you have no current subscription. So if you've paid, please be patient and give us a couple of hours to process your order. If your subscription has expired and your update button has disappeared, there is no need to enter your email again. Just wait for your order to be processed and then close your app and reopen it and it'll all be working. Not your device, just the app. To close an app, just double click the button on your tablet or phone and swipe upwards off the screen. Taxi! Now, presuming you're all set up and registered, let's take a look at the different sections on the home page of the app, starting with the top bar. Top right, you'll see the plus and minus buttons. This will change the magnification, very simple. The app is designed to work best on tablets, but works on phones as well. It only works in portrait mode, there is no landscape view. Next to the plus and minus is the cloud button. Now this is very important as it saves your work to the Wizann cloud server. So in case you ever need to change device or reload, make backups of your work often. In the center, you'll see either the word viewer or the expiry date, as in this case. This is your subscription date. If you have a rolling subscription, then we give you extra days to make your subscription seamless. If you're paying monthly, then keep an eye on this date as it informs you when you need to resubscribe. You can resubscribe anytime during your subscription and we will add the days to your current subscription. And finally, top right is the update button. If your update button is missing, then either your subscription has ended or you need to register your device. If you see the yellow symbol beside the update button, it's informing you there is fresh information to download, so tap it. The Daily Sheet Archive is your quick access to the point sheets. 30 sheets are stored here along the top bar, but your app contains far more than that. In fact, 2 years worth of point sheets if you have a continuous subscription. You can access any day from the last 2 years by just pressing on the sheet here in the Daily Sheet Archive and then long pressing on the Today slider. And then enter the date of the sheet you wish to view. For as long as it's not a weekend and it's in the last 2 years, the sheet would appear. There are several new features in this view which we'll cover shortly. If we go below that, we now have postcode, league and category. The postcode, league and category view gives you a more conventional view of points listed in an easy to understand format. It can be used for revision or for giving a large overview of what you know and don't know. The bike work section is where you make and prepare your bike lists for pointing and control the revision of your points you see. And we've made quite a few improvements on this section. Now the revision section on the home screen is where we see the most changes. We've introduced the revision divider that we developed for the WizRadius app, but with some additional features. Firstly, there is a continue button. Press this and your revision will continue from where you last left off. You can choose to revise pointed points, which in essence is all the points that you know, or bike lists, which is really the main reason to use this section. When you select the duration slider, it will divide your points into random revision groups and evenly spread them over a 7-day revision cycle. Depending on your speed, you should be able to revise 300 to 600 points per hour. And therefore you should slide between 1 month and 2 years to create the sized groups that you're able to revise in your set time. Below that is your points revision and stickies, as well as the pairs game and TFL exam. The pairs game and the TFL exam have both had their optimization for loading improved. The stickies has had a major improvement which we'll cover after. The postcode filter will also work on your days of the week revision. Just select the postcode and your revision list will filter out all other postcodes. We've added multiple selections to the category bars so you can select more than one category at a time and create supergroups. But remember to deselect these when you don't use them. Finally, your stats are at the bottom, and these also double up as a quick access buttons. So if for some reason you want to revise your unknown points, you can just tap the unknown box. The same applies to the sticky box and pointed box, and it will instantly go into the revision screen. A quick little note about John the Collector. Please try to stop and give him your information when you have an appearance, and if you're too stressed at the time, just let him know and you can always send them to us for the following day's sheet by email. Email me your appearance or any other questions to dean@wizann.co.uk. When we collect points, the collector tries to upload every 3 to 5 appearances at a time, giving you access to the questions almost in real time. So watch out for the yellow exclamation mark to appear, letting you know new information is available. Let's see what's new in the sheet view and cover some of the functions. The first major change is you can now select multiple levels of questions. So for example, you want to see only the first 56, the 56s and the 56 to 28s, you can filter that out. We've also added drop points to this filter. The next major change is the hide button. This will allow you to hide the answers from the sheet when you're working. Most other things here remain the same, so let's cover what they do. The sort button will put the questions in order of most popular, meaning most asked, to least popular, least asked. When you're a beginner, it's important you are practicing the popular questions. The Mind button is a great feature that allows you to see all your appearance questions for nostalgic reasons. You can claim an appearance as your own by tapping midway between the answer just above the appearance line. Once you've claimed your appearance, just press the Mind button and all your questions will be displayed. And if you give John your name on the day of the appearance, that will also be displayed. The Comments button will let you filter all the questions with added restrictions or requirements. To the right, we have the Bankers button. This will show a long yellow highlight for all questions asked more than 50 times. A shorter medium highlight for questions asked more than 8 times but less than 50. And a very short highlight for questions asked more than once but less than 8. You're able to tap each question to show if you've penned it, called a good line or a bad line, or want to flag it for future reference. Then by using the filter symbols here, you will be able to see all of the questions you called badly, for example, allowing you to put some extra work into them later in the day. Tap the pin if you want to see the route line, and here you can tap the left man to get a Google Street View of the start point, or the right man to get a Google Street View of the end point. Tap the title to return. Tap the I to get the stats for that question. Long press the question to add or read notes on the start point. And long press the answer to add or read notes on the end point. And finally, the color coding. If the point is red, it's been marked by you as a point that you do not know, unknown. And if it's blue, it means you've added a note, and you can tap the question to read the start point notes or tap the answer to read the end point notes. What's new in the postcode list? Well, you now have much more filter control. You can select points on levels and times asked, as well as selecting a single postcode. We've also added the hide feature here too, and you can reset all answers by tapping the bottom bar. If you then come out of this view and return to it, all your old answers are still there. These features have been added across the league and category views too, and under category view you also have the ability to filter multiple groups to isolate your chosen categories. When you select Map View, you now have the option to go Full Map and create your bike list from within this Full Map view. By pressing the red pins and then tapping the I, you are then adding it to your bike list for that day. When it changes from red to green, it's in your bike list. Tap Small Map to see your compiled list. In the View Bike List option, you can also use the map view for when you're out pointing to help with a more refined choice of which point to go to next. In the Revised Bike List view, you now have the option to create and save revision sets. This is true on every revision screen. The sticky list has had one major change. It automatically creates a 5-point revision cycle. You must say correct 5 times consecutively for it to be removed from the list. So you should try to empty your sticky list each day by doing the 5-time revision cycle. Sticky list revision is one of the most important parts of your point revision regime. I think that covers most of the changes so far. There will be another update in the near future when we'll be adding a photo option. That's it for another video. I want to make a pointing video for this app shortly. I hope you found this informative, and I really appreciate the feedback and support you all give. And I want to especially thank all those students adding missing pins each week. I promise you we upload them all on Fridays and keep a record of every person and every point pin they donate. We will continue to try and improve things as always, and if there is any feature you'd like to see added, please put it in the comments below, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and good luck to all of you on your next appearances.